18 forecast. News 18. Weather from where you live.
Well, again, if you talk to anyone around here, 1960s and the 1970s, from the 1960s or 70s, they'll tell you those were some cold years. The winters were rough. A lot of snow, a lot of Arctic blasts, but also some really pronounced cool waves in the summer. And I tell you, late August 1965, we had an incredible early patchy frost. You know, the first average date for 36 degrees is about October 1st through the 6th in the area, but we dropped to 34 at Winamac, 35 at West Lafayette, Frankfort, and 36 at Rensselaer and Kokomo. Nothing like that in the forecast, though we do have a night where we could see 40s next week. Today, the core of the heat wave, the heat dome, has shifted a little more to the west and southwest. Nonetheless, you can still see there is a big ridge here with everything kind of pivoting around it, but the core of it is more in the southern plains. But the times they're changing. We've got two cold fronts that will swing through over the weekend, and these will usher in 2 waves of cooler weather, and that second cold front means business. That's the one that will dip the jet into the area and bring us a night in the 40s perhaps later, middle part of next week actually. But it's very hot today. You know, we're right now at 90, but right now it's 104 at McCook, Nebraska, and even Minneapolis is 94. Ahead of those 2 cold fronts, we're going to take this heat and basically force a little bit of it east. So there'll be a little tongue of this intense heat that comes in not only tomorrow, but I also think the weekend. The weekend's going to be hot too. So after some areas of fog tonight, it will be a hot Friday and still pretty hot Saturday, Sunday, with a few storms as those couple of cold fronts pass through. But then it gets nicer. 70s arrive next week. But tonight with the areas of fog around, 67 Lafayette, Monticello, 68 Fowler, and 66 at Frankfort. Tomorrow the winds go to the southwest, so we push that heat northeastward. So 95 Lafayette, Fowler, Morocco, the heat index upper 90s to right around 100, 93 at Rochester. And then even on Saturday, it's still hot, a few pop-up storms, 94 Lafayette, Fowler, 93 Monticello. High-res Futurecast shows those patches of fog developing and areas of fog developing tonight. Futurecast wants to pop some storms tomorrow. I do not agree with it. I think tomorrow will be a dry day, but after a little patchy fog tomorrow night, that's about 7 a.m. Saturday morning, we may bubble up some scattered storms on Saturday and Sunday, though coverage is only going to run about 20 to perhaps 25% with highs well into the 90s. 84 on Labor Day, less humid, 55 on Tuesday morning, and then we've got 2 days in the 70s with a 48-degree low on Wednesday morning. So some nice weather coming. Though dry weather, and we're going to talk more about where we stand with our precip deficits for the summer and the drought monitor at 6.
Yeah, we could use some rain.
We could.
Chad, thanks. Up next, the United States continues to consider a possible military strike on